Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another duo queue with TSM Reginald and TSM TheOddOne. So we have a duo stream going on here, as you might have already noticed. Reginald is in the top screen, well on the top screen, playing Rice, and TheOddOne is playing Jungle Rammus on the bottom screen. So they have a marathon session going on here, planning to do a whole lot of duo queuing, and this is actually the third game I've watched. The second game, well, the first game I tried out this for the first time, so it's on my channel. The second game, actually, I recorded, but it didn't record the sound, so that doesn't really help out. And this is the third one. So I'm going to cast a whole game now. Well, I cast the last game as well, but yeah, it didn't record properly. Last game I didn't have a lot of trouble, because this being jungler plus mid lane, they do tend to help out each other quite a lot. And also because mid lane is kind of a farm lane, I don't really have to pay attention to it that much. So there is a little bit of lag between the two. I think Reginald just doesn't have as good a computer as TheOddOne does. So we're going to reset this stream for a moment. It doesn't really matter too much, they're in the same spot anyway. But hopefully that will solve about half a second of that, and I think there will still be a little bit of a difference. So you basically, if I'm going to watch the bottom screen mostly, because it is the most interesting to watch the jungler instead of the mid laner. And apparently we have a Shaco jungle on the other team, because I think there was a Jack-in-the-Box that was trying to steal the blue buff. So yeah, Rammus just going for his raids, while this Rice is trying to zone out the Gragas, but zoning out Gragas is really hard to do because his barrels have such long range, and yeah, it's not really possible to do everything there to completely zone him out. So we see a gank coming in from Lee Sin, and yeah, no real problems. Yeah, if you watch the top screen, then you will see that I'm a little bit ahead, and because I actually said there was no problem when he was still being chased by both of them. So he did take some damage there, but not enough to make him worry, or at least make him worry too much. But yeah, the jungler, or the Rammus I should say, just keep on farming. Didn't really get anything yet other than his buffs. But didn't do anything yet. Is probably going to go for wolves, then go back and then gank or something like that. Or maybe he's going to help out top lane after these blues. Top lane is Singed. So that might actually work out, because Singed is has some pretty good kind of CC, I guess. Well, the fling is not really CC, I guess, but he does have is slow as well. This mega glue or whatever it's called. Rammus going for Philosopher's Stone first, whereas Rice is going for boots first into, well, just a bunch of potions. Or buns in this case. Still don't know what the festivity is for, but as I said in one of the previous matches, it's probably some random, nobody cares about holiday in some faraway country, because I really don't know. And yeah, well, we see the Singed taking immediately throwing down his fling and his mega adhesive, and they do get the kill there. So nicely done. Nicely reacted on Singe's part to engage that before the jungler was actually there. And they are going to try to get a kill here in mid lane, where both of the enemies are really low, and oh no, are they both going to get out? No, Ryze might still have the opportunity to get the kill on Gragas. No, Gragas is gone. So yeah, they're going to steal the raids instead, which is really a consolation prize. Because it would have been so much better to actually get a kill out of that. But yeah, they couldn't really focus any one of them. Yeah, they're going to attempt again to get some damage done, but nothing is happening here. Yeah, that's a shame, but yeah, those kind of things happen. It is really annoying. There's a time lag between the two. I wish I could adjust that. But yeah, there is no way to do that. Oh, nicely done. There we go. Getting the kill eventually. Oh, but then he gets killed. Yeah, not really worth it. But I guess the mid laner for the jungle is still a good deal. Because Ryze will be better against Lee Sin than he is against the Gragas. And Ryze is going to have to push the lane here a little bit, because his the minions on the other end are just so much numerous, more numerous than the ones on his side. And yeah, they're now pushing into the turret, making it harder to last hit them. And there we go, missing 3, I think. So might have wanted to do that a little bit earlier, but he was out of mana. I guess that's the problem. And going for the Tear of the Goddess as soon as possible. As Tear of the Goddess is going to provide him with the most mana in the end. And Ryze is all based on mana. You don't build AP on Ryze. You build mana on Ryze. And especially mana items that provide tankiness, such as the Frozen Heart. Because Frozen Heart is excellent to do that. Oh, getting some nice CC off. And there you go, getting the kill here. Yes, there we go. That was close, but Alistar doing a nice headbutt pulverize. And yeah, that needed to work for them to get that kill. And Rammus is going to come into mid lane, and yeah, Ryze not really there in time. Well, he tried to fake that there was nobody there, and eventually they don't get the kill. That is quite a shame. So let me try to reset this stream as well. No, that wouldn't resolve anything. Never mind. I reset the top stream and that didn't work, but the top stream or the bottom stream doesn't have a lag. It is in front of the other one, so it shouldn't matter. I can do it anyway. Never mind. I'll do it anyway. Maybe it solves something. Who knows? Yeah, we cannot. Oh no, it's still the same. There's still a big difference between the two. Oh, it goes black again. And we now have some trouble with both of the streams. Oh, there we go. It actually... Did it work? It worked a little bit. Huh. I don't know. We'll have to see when they get near, because they were near there, but it seemed to have worked. It seemed to be less of a difference between the two. But anyway, both of them just farming it up. Ryze is going to ward the enemy jungle. He gets caught by Lee Sin. And jungler coming in, going to pick off this Lee Sin now. But is he going to be able to get the... No, he's not going to be able to. He's going to get killed. There we go. So yeah, there is a little bit of a difference between the two, about half a second I would say. And Sinch coming in to get the kill on Gragas, but that's not going to work. So really unfortunate that he ran into the jungler right as he wanted to put that ward down. And yeah, that is quite unfortunate. But he's going to try it again probably. and this time he will successfully plant the wards, making sure that he cannot get ganked again. But yeah, Lee Sin there at exactly the right time, and even though they picked up 1 kill, the enemy got 2 kills. So yeah, Ryze might have been better off just walking out of that, using the rune prison to maybe his flash. I don't know if he had his flash up. Oh, once again getting ganked there, and once again getting killed. Enemy jungler doing a good job of camping mid lane and keep harassing the Ryze over and over. Ryze, who still has his flash up, but the flash doesn't really work against Lee Sin, because Lee Sin's Q can get the or can counteract the flash quite well. Oh, no taunt on Rammus there. And yeah, they're not going to get that. So another kill on Ryze that goes unanswered. And yeah, we'll have to see if they can actually come back from this. Oh, there's Lee Sin, but Lee Sin is not going to get the kill. Oh, he is so much stronger than Rammus now. But yeah, I guess because he is actually taking damage, and well, the Rammus really isn't. Rammus is really just building utility items, well, gold per 10 items. It's 4-2. I don't know. I cannot read the other number. I think it's 4-8 or something like that. Oh, the ultimate from Gragas saving Ryze there. Oh, that was yeah, that was fail. Oh, and the odd one not reacting to Gragas being there. Oh, going to get killed. That was such a waste. Come on. Yeah, Gragas getting 2 kills and getting killed for that, but still, it's well worth it for him. Silver going to take out this Alistar, it seems, but yeah, then Graves is going to take out this Raka. Or Sona. No, that's not her name. Janna. So it's support for support, and Graves is going to get out of that no problem. While Silver probably didn't take any damage in that. Yeah, Silver really is a quite decent champion now. I just hate it that they made her so vanilla now. Because she used to have her own skill, the Ricochet, which used to be very good. It used to be kind of the signature skill on her. Oh wow, Graves takes her out. And I really dislike the fact that they removed that, but I do like the remake in general. But it's kind of like removing the poison from Singed, or making it so that he only does 1 puff of poison and you have to reactivate it once every 3 seconds or something like that. Yeah, Singed without his poison is kind of the same thing. It's his signature skill. So even if they would buff the fling into to doing much more damage, it's still not the same. It plays completely differently. Anyway, Ryze going to farm up the mid lane while blue buff are there. Well, the Rammus is taking the blue buff, but it's probably for Ryze anyway, so Ryze is coming in now and going to get the damage done. Hopefully he can actually pick it off before Rammus actually kills it accidentally. But he already shut off his defensive ball curl, which will kill the buffs, by the way. And are they now going to be in time? No, they're not going to be in time. So enemy team takes Dragon. and at 21 minutes and 4 seconds the next dragon will be there. So dragon takes 6 minutes to respawn. The buffs will take 5 minutes, so blue and red buff. And the Baron will take 7 minutes. So just in case you were wondering about how they know when the next one is coming up, that's how they know. If you know when they're killed, you know when they're coming up next. And you write them down so that you can actually be in the region before it spawns, so a few seconds before that, because if you know it and the enemy doesn't know it, they're going to have to rely on the little picture on the minimap, the little pictogram. And once you see that coming back up, it means it has already spawned. So if you're already there in the region when it spawns, you can take it out before the enemy can react to the fact that it came up on the minimap. And they are going to have to ward it, so if you can remove the ward like a minute earlier, or even 30 seconds earlier, they cannot see you going for dragon, or, well, gearing up for dragon, I would say. And this is a 4v2 fight, and even though they are very tanky, it's probably not the best to have in this case. But both of them seem to be getting out. No, Alistar getting killed. And Rama's just diving in. They're going to get the Sivir. And without the Sivir, there's not a whole lot of damage anymore. Although Gragas still does quite a bit of damage, but it's not the same amount of damage as Sivir does, because Sivir is way more dangerous. And oh yeah, Rammus is going to get killed here, and is Ryze going to be able to get this last kill? Yes, he is. Ryze doing a lot of damage now. And obviously with his blue buff, he's going to get a good amount of CDR, cooldown reduction. And that makes for, well, the huge amount of damage he can do over time. I'm not sure. I think the blue buff is something like 20% cooldown reduction. Not actually sure, but I know it's a good amount. And yeah, getting that kind of an amount with the maximum amount of 40 is a pretty big deal. It may be like 15%, I don't know, but it's a good deal of cooldown reduction. So Rammus, oh no, that's not Rammus, never mind. Ryze going for the Glacial Shrouds. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Into Frozen Heart eventually. What else? No, I think it's Glacial Shroud, right? I don't know. Something like that. It gives him extra cooldown reduction, I think 10%. And yeah, if he builds that into the Frozen Heart, it will actually mean that he not only gets cooldown reduction, but also get a reduced attack speed on enemies near him. So it only goes well for AD champions, obviously, because, well, the rest of them don't really care. It would be great if there was an item that increased cooldowns of enemy champions near you. By a certain percentage, obviously. You cannot do it by a certain amount of seconds, but... Oh, they did get the blue buff there. Ryze picking it off, but Ryze getting killed, I think. He is trying to do as much damage as he can, but Riven is on his tail. Yeah, there we go. Ryze dying. So now the Riven has the blue buff, and she's going to kill Alistar with it. So Ram is still in the fight. He's going to go after the Riven now. Oh, they are going to get that. Wow. And yeah, the blue buff now going to Graves, who cannot really do a whole lot with it. But I guess since he's kind of an AD caster kind of thingy, he still can use the blue pretty well. He can do a lot of damage with his spells. He's not really an AD caster. He's not like Yorick, but yeah, he does do a significant amount of damage with his spells, with his skills, and with the cooldown reduction, that amount will increase. So that's good. So I'm not sure how that team fight went. I know that a lot of people died on both sides, but I didn't really keep track of whatever the amount of kills were. It's 16 to 13, so at least they're ahead in kills, but they are behind in dragons. Enemy got at least one dragon, and I think they got 0. Yeah, and I think dragon is coming up in a few seconds. Because, well, I think it was 21:04. Yeah, it was. So in 20 seconds, and as you can see, both teams are now gathering around dragon, because both of them know when the dragon will respawn. If they didn't do this, if one of the team doesn't do this, yeah, the other team is going to get a free dragon. And there you go, the enemy team not reacting at all to the fact that dragon is up. And Lee Sin is coming in, but they may be able to get this dragon. No, there's only 3 guys there. They will have some trouble getting this. I'm not sure who got dragon there. I'm not sure at all. I didn't see any gold pop up. Oh, huge team fights. They're going for Rise here, but yeah, Rise is too strong apparently. And yeah, Rise was kind of low, but yeah, they did take one guy down, and that's about it. That's all the damage they could do. They're going to get a turret here, so even if they didn't get dragon, they still got a turret out of it. Not actually sure who got dragon. That's kind of unfortunate. And another dragon timer going down, 27:30. And Rise is just farming it up again, because Rise has to have as much gold as he can possibly get. Well, we see Rammus just doing the raids. So, the glacial... no, that's not it. Yeah, Glacial Shroud got upgraded into Frozen Heart. And that means that the AD carries will now do a significant amount of damage less to the Rise. And Rise still doing quite a bit of damage to them, obviously. Because there's no real way to stop that. Well, you can get magic resist, I guess. But yeah, there's no cooldown increasing thing or something like that for your enemies. Even though there is, well, an item that reduces, or there are many skills also that reduce the attack speed of champions. So I guess there's a big difference there. But yeah, AD carries tend to be more damage, tend to deal more damage than AP carries, because AP carries kind of have to deal with the cooldowns, where the AD carries don't have to deal with anything. They just have to right click and be done. So the enemy team taking out awards, and yeah, there is now once again a big difference in the 2 streams. So don't know what caused that, but yeah, they I'm not sure who is ahead now, because if they got that dragon, they will be ahead now in gold. But if the enemy got the dragon, I think they still might be in the same place at this point, because that would mean the enemy has 2 dragons at least, and maybe 3. No, probably not. That would make the first dragon something like 7 minutes in, and normally we don't see that. Anyhow, the jungle invade here is becoming quite extensive. They took out most of the jungle minions on this side anyway, and oh wow, The Graves actually taking out Sivir there once again. And going to survive that, because, well, there is still someone chasing him. Oh, Lee Sin. Lee Sin gave up apparently. And Graves is, or was really low, but he will have lifesteal, I'm assuming. And getting a lifesteal, well, that kind of changes the whole thing. Because then you can just heal up on the minions and stay in lane. And be full health by the time someone comes to kill you. Graves going into the jungle, but yeah, they are. Oh wow, nice smite steal there. Taking the red buff away from the Lee Sin, and that is going to be huge. That was kind of unfortunate for Lee Sin, but yeah, they did get the red buff here. They didn't get the kill on Lee Sin. And they don't have smite at this moment, but I guess they have plenty of skills to use to make sure that they can get the last hit in. It is going to be difficult if this Lee Sin is around, but oh, bottom lane is getting killed. Oh wow, taking out the Lee Sin there. And just continuing to dragon. Yeah, they had to use 2 flashes to do that, but that's well worth it, because they're going to get Baron because of this, and a very safe Baron too. There we go. No way that the enemy could steal that, because Riven was all the way in bottom lane, and Riven is now going to get killed, because she's way too late on this party. And there we go, Reginald getting another kill. And yeah, with the Baron buff, this game is now definitely in their favor. So even if they didn't get that last dragon, it is now definitely in their favor, gold-wise, that is. Not sure about how level 2 champions are, but yeah, well, that seems to be okay. Going for Warmark's armor here? Oh, it's already a surrender. Never mind. So apparently they were quite ahead. And it seemed that had 3 votes to 0. So that means that one of them was AFK. Or disconnected at least. But yeah, it's 22 to 14. So I guess that was indeed an easy win for them. So I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if this is something you would watch in the future. And whether you enjoyed it or not, you can let me know if you didn't enjoy it too. I mean, I don't care. Well, I do care, but I'm not offended if you don't like it. Because the amount of pixels I can get into this is really limited, so maybe you just want to have full screen things. I don't know, let me know. It's an experiment, so yeah, no use in if I don't get any feedback. So I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.